There's nothing much to say about this whole situation here. South Africans must actually start understanding South Africa is opened to everyone, legal or illegal. This has been running for the longest of time. Stop acting like you're the ones that's giving money from your personal pocket to this one here, to that one there. You can't even help the poor brothers that's standing at the robots on a daily basis. Give them new jobs, come up with ideas, do something. You're more worried about your next door neighbor here, which is your own brother from another country. You see this thing of chasing people out of the country? It's nonsense. I don't know who told you all Gucci South Africa is not, I don't know who told you all that this country won't face another war or something of its own. And when that day comes, you'll be looking for other countries to run to also. You South Africans, you won't have friends in Nigeria, you won't have friends anywhere, because they're gonna say, look at this South Africa. They'll be treating you like shit in their country. You're forgetting what's happening here. Share this. Your government has already failed you long time ago. Government is making business with these countries every single day. You want to chase the people away, but your government is busy making money with these countries every day. Look at the cruelty that you people are coming with, that AK is talking about. You are harassing a pregnant woman. South Africa, the great South Africa. But you're forgetting that white people have got 80% of your country. 80% of your country is with about white people. You're scared to face the white people. And I've never heard you people telling white people to get out of the country. Why? Because you're scared of them. You're like chicken scared to tell them, hey, this is our country, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If a white man pulls out of your country will look like Zimbabwe there. Dry. You'll only have cows and vegetables to be working on. You'll start using bicycles to go to work because you're clever here in South Africa. So if you don't learn now, make friends with these people from other countries. Not all of them are bad. And stop being hatred people. South Africans, you are so full of hate. You even hate your own neighbor for buying a new car, or putting a new wall up, or putting a new gate. They are so jealous about each other. Hey, South Africa can be weak, man. That's why I always tell them, shut the South Africans. They must start growing up. I don't know when they're going to grow up in their lives. Instead of focusing on trying to make money here, they want to focus on the wrong things, chasing people out of the country. For how long are you going to chase people out of the country? If the government is not chasing them out of the country, who the hell are you with your 2 cents conversation? I let them get out of the country. Yeah, hospitals are too full. Who told you hospital is too full? Go to the clinic and go follow Elaine. You're just worried to follow Elaine. I'm useless, man. It's true. I don't want to lie. You're not going to complain about foreigners for the rest of your lives until you'll even die, till your children grow up also. It's true.
So, like I was saying, thank you, host. Like I was saying, let's be honest. South African government knows that people are coming from Zimbabwe, Malawi, entering the country illegally. They know. South African government understands that when they get to the country, they walk straight to the hospital, they access medical care. They know. South African government has the onus of being a responsible government for allowing that to happen. The South African government can implement laws by simply saying anybody who comes to our hospital, you must present citizenship card or ID card for you to be treated, period. And it's going to become law. The South African government has that right. But the South African government also understands the plight of poor people that surround the South African region, and they need to be responsible and save lives and remove sentiments, so they allow them to go to the hospital and access free health care. Kudos to the South African government. It's a beautiful decision. I love the South African government for that. What I don't understand is a South African citizen who doesn't understand the laws of South Africa, who simply sees a lady who is pregnant, or a woman who is heavily pregnant, and you go and harass her and say, hey Wena, hey Malawi, hey Wena, we'll go, what are you doing in our hospital? No, now it's wrong, guys. It is wrong. How can you harass a pregnant, heavily pregnant woman because you feel you don't even know her, whether she's Malawi, you don't even know. You just come to the hospital from the video, you see a pregnant woman, you see people in the hospital, you start harassing them. Commander, come. You are calling echo number 1 on a pregnant woman. How about, guys? Let's be honest. Some things are just not necessary. There are some things that you don't defend. If the healthcare is under pressure, the government knows. And if that's what's happening, they should provide more hospitals. But I can also understand that the government can't provide more hospitals because the facility is not available. So therefore, simply put laws that anybody who comes to South Africa must present his or her citizenship card or ID card before you access the hospital. As far as the South African government is not doing that, stop harassing people unnecessarily, especially women, because when we as other Africans see those videos, our heart will sink, irrespective of whether our country is doing well or not. It's not important whether it happened in South Africa or it happened in Nigeria. If I see that video, that person can be my sister, it can be my mother, it can be, as far as it's a black person and you're harassing her in that state, you are doing the wrong thing. And if you are defending it, you are doing the worst. That's the truth.
Well, I understand coming from you as an opportunist, I understand. You always look for people to build things and you come in. For people standing for what is truthful and that is correct is wrong. Being illegal in a country is wrong. So when you break the law and people react, it is wrong. Regardless of foreigners are here or not, if white people pull out, it will impact us all. And just because white people pulled out to South Africa and suffering doesn't mean you'll get a better life in Zimbabwe, my brother. So don't blame us for failing of Africa and thinking that having illegal foreigners in South Africa will make white people not live. You need to understand that. South Africa, in their constitution, they've got a freedom of expression. Whether you don't like it or not, it's within their right. And the reason we are having this conversation right now is because Hercules go around looking for contact that will subject South Africa to disrespect. And now I'll come here and tell him that whatever he's speaking about, if we go to where he come from, you'll find worse than what he is now coming to want to correct South Africa of. I'm always saying that you're saying another person, his shoes smell, but yours smell worse. Do you understand? The reason we're having this conversation is people like Hercules who always come and say, oh, I see something that is, I feel it's inhuman. And we can ask him, in your country, you don't have worse thing like this. That's because they are not on video. It's because now people like Okoropo is making content out of it. First of all, it is the citizen who get impacted by this. It's not the government officials because they've got private medical healthcare and everything. Even Clayton Mackenzie, before he became member of parliament, he was expressing himself in such a manner. So in South Africa, it's okay. It's a freedom of expression. Citizens are allowed. So don't come against people's constitutional rights, Zabos. That's because when you feel somehow. Do you understand? So if I feel like I should express myself in this way, it's within my constitutional right to express myself. We've got a freedom of expression. A citizen can do that. So when people come in expressing themselves and it's different from you, just accept it. Don't tell them they are crazy. Don't tell them that. If you feel like you want to make friends in Nigeria because the white people are going to leave, me, my guy, I don't need a white or black person to survive. I trust in the ability God has given me. I don't care whether it's a white person or not. As long as I'm living my life to my best abilities. Unlike you who's chasing a life that is only come out of your own, a self-inflicted desire to look better than other people. I've chosen a life that is okay for me. How I'm living, I don't care if the boss is here or not. I've chosen a better life for myself in a way that is good for me. So don't come here acting like your life only is understood by you. Please respect that, Baba. Please respect life, Baba. So when you are scared of white people will leave and you will suffer, I'm not obsessed with white people. I don't need white people to survive. They have not been in Africa and Africa was surviving. I'm not like you and Okoroko who run after wealth and filthy wealth to other countries and disturb people's peace just to survive. Even if I survive on bicycle, it's okay. I'm still a human being. I'm still here on earth. So I respect my existence more than this nonsense when you guys are chasing. So if people express themselves, I understand and I'll respect that.
Just to say, I was trying to come with being logical here, but to say that, South Africa cannot play the big brother in Africa. I know Hercules and other people are going to enjoy this. We have 13.2 million people living in extreme poverty. So in the account of those foreigners and trying to act humanitarian, certain people, South African people, are being turned away. They could suffer casualties of disease. They could suffer casualties of injuries. But the problem is, I try to come with logic. You have to listen to after 9, like Zabos, the toothless after 9, because we know Zabos, you being bended over after 9. Your nyash is being opened like a piece of bread. So what can you do? Hey, South African men, no wonder most of they see us as weak. Because men are no longer standing on principle. They're no longer standing on what is right. We're always expected to accept nonsense. A spineless backbone, no weak, spineless, weak men with no backbone. Men who don't have the balls in every opportunity wants to act like a gold digger. Yes, yes. Now we see why we are seen as weak. Now we see, no, let's go back to the days of the kings, the days of Shaka. You know what would Shaka do when you had wounds on your back as a sign of running away from a battle? You'll be put to death. You'll be put to death. You wouldn't be breathing right now to go spew nonsense like this, thinking that we should be afraid of the white people living. We should be worshipping the white people, just like Hercules, no balls, and Slay Queen after 9, Zabos. Yes, sis. Yo. Yes, sis. Yo, Gosiam. No, man. Ike Kumalo is right, man. Listen, I listen to the guy. It is us who have surrendered South Africa, because men are no longer standing up for what's right in South Africa. We have the after 9 Abo Reds, also the square-headed after 9 here, who flip-flops in always supporting our enemies just to be controversial. Yes, like trying to argue with you guys, man. It's like talking to a brick wall. It's like trying to reason with a monkey who throw fecal matter in your face. Yes, I know. We truly surrendered South Africa, because I cannot be logical. When you come with logical, people spew verbal diarrhea like this. We are cooked. We are cooked.
Yo, Van Persie. Anyway, I didn't see that video, but this conversation takes my mind back to not just one, but many xenophobic incidents that has happened at public hospitals. As you can see here, there was a case opened against the Department of Health. A lady was refused services when she was giving birth, and they were hurling xenophobic slurs at her. I don't know. I think the lady was from Zim. Yeah, she was from Zim. She had to give birth standing up. The nurses refused to help her just because she's not South African. And this is a common thing in the healthcare system. So what I'm saying is, where's the humanity, honestly? Where is the humanity? How can a woman give birth standing up? Her child's head hit the floor and the child passed away, unfortunately. Like, what is happening? What is happening? Seriously, like, this is not fair. And again, if we're going to be talking about tax, then tell foreigners or professionals to stop paying tax as well. Because I Van Persie, you keep on bringing up these statistics. Do you know that foreigners contribute a lot to the fiscal balance of the government? And that goes towards healthcare, yet you don't want their own people to get healthcare. What is that? Like, honestly, where's the humanity in all of this? I don't even know what to say, because this isn't new. This really isn't new. I mean, I've heard a lot of experiences from foreigners when they go to public hospitals, they get treated badly. I mean, as a South African, you get treated badly. How much more if you're not from here? And again, aftermath. As a South African doctor, you're not exempt from the Hippocratic Oath. It literally says there, if you read, it says that everyone has the right to basic health care. So you guys, I don't know, just put your hate away. Gave birth just outside a hospital. I think she was from Zim. She was refused services. Do you remember that story? I'm gonna try and look for the article and put it up on the screen.
When you come to that article, we'll engage on that one. But right now, let's engage what
is on look for the article first, because now it's right just now, you telling us.
So basically all what we are saying, in all honesty, is when a lady is pregnant, or you have an emergency.
We are not
listen, my brother.
Listen. All I'm trying to tell you
and
is we are
South
human
African,
beings. We know those
listen
things.
now. Let me finish. You will not allow me to talk after
we are
that.
not stone Hercules.
I'm trying to refresh your memory.
We are all human
Listen,
beings.
let me
Yes.
refresh your
We
memory.
know the law of life. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not talking about the law of life. I'm not talking
Aftermath,
about the law of
relax.
life.
Let's hear what he's saying. Aftermath,
Exactly.
relax. Let's hear what he's saying.
Aftermath law of life is telling people to leave the country. That's his law of life.
No, we're not toothless niggas. You just come here and put words into my mouth. We don't understand. Please be respectful.
No, the thing is, you don't give people a chance to talk. You want to talk over everything.
Please, you can't just come
You want to talk over everything.
in your mouth.
Yes, so that's why I'm in Sokela again. Where you want to chase people out of the country.
Now you sound higher. You make a loud voice.
You're boring.
Relax yourself, my guy.
You forever gonna fight with foreigners. These foreigners, they are nyapora.
Listen, because you don't have a truth. That's because you don't have a truth. You should not
reasons to this whole thing. Africa cannot cater for the whole and the rest of Africa.
Yes, Africa will cater for the whole fucking world, man.
Because
what's wrong with you?
We have a limited budget.
It will cater, man.
Be the biggest economy in.
Are you running the budget? Are you the one that's giving the budget?
Of GDP.
Are they using your money? Are they using your money?
South Africa is bound
Is it your money,
we are accommodating illegal foreigners. Stretching our budget.
Is it your money? Is it your money? Your government is accommodating foreigners in the country. Government is accommodating them. Is it your money?
Exactly.
Is it your money? What's wrong about that?
The government is it going to million people in South Africa are living in extreme poverty, meaning they cannot afford.
Is it your money?
Don't even include.
And some of
what affordability are you talking about?
Breaking the laws in South Africa.
Your money is okay. The same foreigners are paying tax in your country.
South Africa, okay. When people come to South Africa illegally, it's okay. Because South Africa is a dumb bin just to accommodate people's support. When you guys in your family come to South Africa illegally, it's okay. For you to break a law in South Africa, it's okay. But when citizens react by the effects they get for people breaking the law,
good.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I think what I want to say is that I am one of the happiest men, South African men, because of what is happening currently as we speak in this country. The members of GNU, those that form the government of this country as we speak, they are speaking about the issue of looking to remove illegal foreigners out of this country. Yes, I know a lot of people are crying about it because they cannot face what is happening in their own countries. They have to go back to their own countries and build their countries and stop crying over South Africa. Stop crying for what is not yours. And then they will be telling us, hey, and whites and stuff like this. Whites in this country, those are South Africans. They came here in 1652 and they form part of the South African. We are a rainbow nation. Yes, it's not yet Uhuru, but we are getting somewhere. And you must stop and focus on your countries and what is happening in your own countries. As for ZA, I could hear, I don't think you are a South African, you probably are a Zimbabwean. And let me tell you something, more than 50% of Zimbabweans are in this country. If I were you, I was gonna keep quiet. As far as Princess is concerned, she's every day here crying that her father is a politician, her mother is a Nigerian or whatever. That's none of our business. Go to Nigeria and fix your country. I think what Donald Trump is doing in America, it's a good example of what other leaders of countries. There is no way South Africa can carry all the people of the whole of Africa. Can that be possible? Is that possible? It's not possible. So we are not gonna stop. What I'm happy about is the fact that the GNU members are talking about removing illegal foreigners. And this is the beginning of many. You must just watch the space. If I were you, I was supposed to be preparing to be going home and stop making noise in other people's countries. Nigerians, you call yourself the giants. If you were the giants, you would stop running away and focus on building your countries. You cannot tell yourself you are doing good in other people's countries. Do good in your countries. Success is achieved by people who are smart. If you are smart, your smartness will translate into success. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My submission isn't on the topic. My submission is directly directed at Zabos. Zabos, let me show you a picture. Yeah, so you know what these are, Zabos? These are tears of joy because I'm proud of the man that you've become. I'm proud of how you have transitioned from when I first met you on TikTok. On TikTok, it was about, yeah, these Nigerians. But now it's like you're becoming level-headed. It's like you're using your mind. You can now discern the difference between right and wrong. It speaks to how you've grown as a person. It speaks to, you know, your character as a person. Yes, we might be from different countries. However, you know, it doesn't mean that these people deserve to be disrespected. It doesn't mean that all Nigerian or all other people from other countries are bad. At the same time, it doesn't mean that all South Africans are good. And I'm glad that you finally got to realize that. I just want to express my sheer appreciation for how you have grown, for how your character has grown throughout this time period. Unfortunately, you still have South Africans that are so arrogant to believe that they breathe flavored air, that they walk on gold, simply by virtue of the fact that they carry the South African ID and South African passport. They see nothing wrong with themselves and see everything wrong with the Nigerians and everyone. It's wrong. And I'm glad that you see that, and I'm glad that you have the courage to voice that out. You know, somebody said something, what, after 9, you know, these comments will come. I've been called many things before. I've been called what? An abuser. I've been called, yeah, and the other one is that every time you express an opinion that's different from the common thought, people would say, you're not even South African, you're not even a true South African, you Zambos, you're from Zimbabwe. Like the other guy said, yeah, you're from Zimbabwe. You know, that's what happens when they don't have content. You know, me too. People have said that I'm not even a real South African. People have even said that I myself am from, you know, these people have nothing to say. And I'm glad that you overcame that. I'm glad that you can finally see the truth. I'm glad that you are able to sit down with foreign nationals from other countries and really see the good in them. It's not all Nigerians. It's not all foreigners that are bad to our country. There are rotten apples. However, there also are rotten, horrible apples amongst us South Africans. Shout out to you, my brother. Let the clown speak. Keep shining. Keep showing your boss moves. The truth will always prevail. And the truth doesn't matter of your nationality, your gender. The truth will always remain the truth. Shoza boss.
Yeah, so like I was saying, there are some issues that, in all honesty, guys, come on. Like, I was thinking, like, that part, that's, you know, that natural human instinct in us would say, come on, this lady is pregnant, you know, come on, you know, it's just natural. The lady is pregnant. Just let her, even if you are driving everybody away and you see a pregnant lady, just come on, guys. It doesn't mean anything. It's not going to change. It's not going to make South Africa broke. Even if there are 1,000 pregnant women or 1,000 sick people, dying people, it's not going to change anything. Your economy is very good. Like, in all honesty, that apart, Nigeria is not so. I know some people say, why are you not talking about Nigeria? Nigeria is not a complete society. It has issues. We all know. African countries have these issues. We all know. Now, where I'm going to go to is this. If God has blessed you as a nation, God only sees what you do as a people to continue to bless you. And what you do to the least of your brothers, you are doing it unto God. In all honesty, we cannot disprove that we're having this conversation in these boxes here with over 75 people listening to us because we are different race. No, we are the same people. We have that spiritual link, whether you like it or not. You can say you are African face. All those things are trash. We are human beings. We are Africans, and that's why we are here. We will insult ourselves, laugh together. We'll come back tomorrow again, and we'll discuss issues that affect us directly or indirectly. A Nigerian, if you see any Nigerian attacking a fellow Nigerian, he is not doing it legally. He's doing it illegally. But if you see a Nigerian on a video attacking a pregnant woman, and you bring that Nigerian on the platform like this, and any Nigerian tells you he's doing the right thing, that Nigerian has gone mad. That Nigerian is a madman. I'm telling you the truth. Anything we see that is wrong, it's good to call it out, irrespective of how we feel personally. It doesn't matter. Me, as I'm here like this, my first point of duty on earth is to die for the weaker soul, my wife, my children. The same goes for all of us that are men. We shouldn't defend what is wrong. A pregnant woman in the hospital should be a priority because it's life that she's going to create, and she might lose her life at the process. Thank you.
First of all, Hercules, if you understand wisdom of existing, you don't go around dictating people what is kindness. And one of the things about charity is that those who understand the concept of giving or sharing kindness, it's not something that you go to platform and you shine about. You want people to know. Unless you're doing out of, you want people to take you higher. You're looking for self-rewards. You want people to praise you. You want to look good. Then you'll come here and act like a Pharisee and go around thinking when you can correct the earth and pinpoint the wrongs and the right. I know you. You did that video out of spite, how to downgrade South African reputation. That was your intent. Your intent was not to control. Because as you said, every country has its good or bad people. So if you find the bad people in South Africa, why do you go around on social media and parading it? Because at the end of the day, the reason you paraded that video was for you out of spite and to show that, South Africa is like this. If you understand there's bad people, then you saw, okay, there's a bad people in South Africa. What can you do about it? But coming on social media and telling me as if it was me who did it. So putting it to disrespect and downgrade South Africa, now I'll not stand for it. And I'll defend it. Whether you might call it that I'm against, I never said any foreigner must leave this country. All I said was the law, when it says somebody's legal, must now. If you are legal, I don't have a problem with human beings, foreigner or no foreign. But I'm saying the constitution says when somebody's legal, it's not allowed. And when South Africa is being now taken advantage for, should we keep quiet? Should they not express themselves? If the law was done in 30 years ago, is not able to accommodate people today, should not it be changed? So what do you expect South Africa to say? To lie down and say, no, here we are because we want to look good in Hercules' eyes. Do as you wish. Life does not work like that. Some situation you personally can avoid before you want the public to assist you. You can now look at around you with where I am in life, certain things I must not do. They will not affect me positively. I'll become a disturbance to other people's view of life. So it's better I manage with what I have. Cut your coat according to your own size. Live among your mean. Don't put yourself in a situation that tomorrow you're going to blame other people for your misfortunes. Life doesn't work like that. So please, when you interpret life, that's no good. You're not interpreting on a general concept. You're interpreting on your view. So just say, me as Hercules, I see it like this. I will not even come and comment. But the moment you want to downgrade and disrespect South Africa, I don't care whether you're legal or not. I will come in and express my peace because this is my nation. I'll not just let anybody take down my nation and I look and I laugh. That's not like me.
No problem. Aftermath and then passing. The nice thing about these brothers of mine, we're all South Africans. There's a guy that came here, Zimbabwe. We used to do small comments. And when passing and aftermath, it's okay. When you're always insulting people, it's nice to insult the people. But I think our wavelength is not the same. So I'll continue to say the same thing. This thing of chasing foreigners out of your country, You say my country, my country. Y'all didn't do anything about this country. So we're busy claiming the country, our country, our country. Our country, this belongs to our great grandfathers and grandfathers who actually fought for this country. Yes, anything that is illegal, it's wrong. Aftermath and when passy, we understand. But you still have legal foreigners in your country. People which we do business with on a daily basis. You understand? But let the law take place. Let the law do what it needs to do. If the law is actually the law, since you call it the law, yeah, South Africa. Because even the very same law is broken into pieces. I see the guy came on the panel here, he's celebrating, GNU is taking out the illegal people of the country. Let them do that. If they're able to build a wall there, or a border, or whatever the case may be, it's fine. But for as long as we don't have a strong border, you will keep receiving illegal immigrants in your country, day to day, hour to hour, second to second. So this thing of fighting with our foreigners is pointless. You guys were having a big fight to chase these buyers away. Yeah, these Indian people. Hey, I'm a shop. You couldn't even open up your own shops. Even currently right now, you still can't open up your own shops. You can't do all of those things. You're back to those same Pakistanis, borrowing money from them for taxi fare, taking iskoloto, all these things that you guys are having a lot of drama. All the drama that you guys have, even today, you're still with those guys there in your own communities. Now, they're illegal, but you're still buying from them. This is saying that no, the shops are enabling our children. Still, you are buying from those shops till now, currently. So, South Africans, Van Persie, and Aftermath, you can insult me as much as you want to. Our wavelength is definitely not the same, which is understandable. But what I want to tell you, South Africa will continue to have relationships with foreigners. Whether you like it or not, we will always be friends with foreigners. Because why? When we're in other countries, they're also friends with us. Don't forget that. South Africa is for everyone. Dala, till today, forever.
Yes, when as a queen. Tata girl, Shem. I really when Red say that do with your king moves. Yes, Wena. Continue with your queen moves, Shem. Yo, South Africa is open, just like your bum hole. You know. Yes. Yes, these people who don't think with their minds, they think with their bum holes. Yes. I we're cooked, man. We're cooked. Seriously. When I try to think, when I try to conceptualize what the things that are said here, seriously, it is unaliving my brain cells. I cannot have a logical conversation when we have men like this. Shem, they are saying the crisis that is before us. They are saying the illegalities. Even like South Africa is actually a movie, guys. We think that we've seen it all. We may think that we have seen it all. Then something comes to shock you. Bah! Fake Home Affairs office marrying people to each other. Bah! 7 Chinese illegal immigrants who have traffic immigrants to work in their sweatshops, But everything is sharp for other people, you know. Everything, no, it's a kumbaya. We love each other as Africans. There's gonna be a war tomorrow, and we're gonna... No, man. No. This logic. Why are we failing to be strong men? Why are we failing to stand up for what is right? Why are we going around acting, trying to impress people, collecting coins? Yo, I blame Mandela. Even Mandela going to the Democratic Republic of Congo to negotiate for peace there. No, we shouldn't have played Big Brother for Africa. We haven't healed yet. We are as South Africans were jumping. And as for trying to have a logical discussion and a conversation, no, the only thing I could do is just play you this, my friends. No, man.